Hi, it's Candy with The Art of Planning, where we focus on pretty planning, on-purpose planning, and then being a powerful planner. So this is my layout for the week of June 6th through the 12th, and that is just crazy, isn't it? Well, I can't believe how fast things are going. So I wanted to share this with you, and I did it differently than I have the past couple of weeks. So this is something kind of new. I always think that I'm going to get better doing these layouts, and then when I try to do something differently, it takes me a little more time than I want it to. So I guess as long as I'm switching it up, it will do that. I basically did, I would say, 95% of the layout in stickers from A Heartfelt Life. It's her Bloom collection, which I adore. Not a big flower person mostly, for the most part, but I do love this set totally. I think it's wonderful. I also brought in here so you could see. I usually use a little 6-inch metal ruler that has cork on the back. I think I walked around with that enough that I don't even know where it is right now. But I usually use that to help me in a number of different things. One of which is I use it for my straight edge for my washi. I used two kinds of washi. I have not been using washi in my layout, but I've kind of missed that a little bit. So I picked some washi out that I wanted to use. I picked several different kinds, but I wanted to add some black and white because a lot of the stickers in this collection have black and white on it. I will show you that in just a second. So I ended up using just the black and white dot in it. This particular pattern right here has a black and white dot, and the boxes, the half boxes that I used, have kind of a diagonal around it. So I thought I needed to be careful with what I used, but I did want to add just a touch of the black and white. And then I also pulled in this washi. See if I can get it up here where you can see it a little. It's kind of a green and a dark green, or possibly a dark navy. This kind of a fish scale design, and I used that also because I needed a little bit more color and a little bit of a geometric design, I thought, to kind of balance out things. So those were the two that I ended up using. I had a slug of them pulled, and I looked at them carefully to see what I wanted to use, and I thought maybe a little more geometric since there were flowers other places. So those are the washis that I used. And then this is the set that I used from A Heartfelt Design, and this is the Bloom set. So we had a full page of full box designs, and a lot of them had the flowers in them. A lot of them had neat sayings on them. So that's one of the pages from the set. Here was a full page of weekends, which you'll see over here. I'll go through that with you in a minute. There was a full sheet of half boxes, flowered, and then your diagonal outline. Here is another sheet of full boxes, and some of them were open so you can write on them. Some of them were little sayings in circles. So there were lots of different ones of those that would be very helpful different places. And what you'll notice as we go through these, I have enough to do a whole nother week layout and make it look totally different. Here is the big washi for underneath here, which I just chose not to use this time. I started to use part of it actually in one area, so I have lots of thoughts about how I can use that in another layout. Here are the heart side boxes, and I did use 4 of those. Here are the full boxes with the ombres. Here are the today and to do headers, and then I actually will probably use some of these as I continue to just fill it out and fill in what I need to do. I needed to have that done already. However, I needed to get this, I needed to go ahead and get the video up before too much more time lapsed. So what I did with this is, on this particular page, the days of the week were kind of this odd color right here, and they did not really look very well whenever I started putting my layout together. So I pulled, I think in one of the very recent hauls I did, I showed you this set from Addie and Allie. and they were numbers, and they were also days of the week with several different color options. So what I did was I pulled this color option, which is kind of a dark pinkish red, but it went very well with the stickers. It just worked real well with that. Now, what it was, though, was it was too long. And I know that's because you could go in there and you could put the days that matched it. So I could have used the whole sheet and then put the little 6 out to the left side of it. That didn't work when I was doing it, so I'm not even going to get in there and explain the whole deal, but that did not work. So what I did was I just cut down most of these. I actually had to cut down all of them, but the number itself worked very well with the colorations, and whenever I cut each one of those down, I could make them fit for the day of the week. So that's what I did. So I used these from Addie and Allie, and I thought that just added some great color, and it worked very well whenever I did that. So those are from Addie and Allie, okay? So that's what I did with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday through Sunday up here. And I had to trim some of them a little more than others, but I thought it worked very well. I put this Bloom Where You Are Planted up here where the, is it Thought for the Day? What is that? Thankful Thought, where the thankful thought is. Wow. I have to think of that a lot because we're so rural and remote where we live. So the next thing I did was I put the to-do headers at the top, in the very top section of all of the days. And then I used the full box that has the ombre and then the heart checklists. I put those in every day except Wednesday because I didn't need one on Wednesday, okay? In the middle header place, I put the today list on all of them. So I picked out 5 colors that I was going to use for each column, and I did that kind of because with the print and with all the colors, I thought that it would be very easy for this to get overwhelming and for it to look real busy and for it to look like maybe it was just a little bit crazy. So I stuck with the daily columns being one color, and then I thought it would and did end up looking really cool. I like it a lot, but I thought it also could have gone kind of crazy, which may be why it took me a little bit of time to figure out how I wanted to do it. So the middle header I used today in all of those, and then also use the sidebar hearts for there because I've told you before, this is my area of productivity, the morning and the early afternoon. So those go right there for me. Then at the bottom header, I put reminders for all of those. So, and I kind of adjusted where I was going to put the half boxes. On Monday and Thursday, that's taken up already. I'll go in and get that filled out pretty quickly. And it's the earlier time slot that's adjusted and filled up. On Tuesday and Friday, I put it down below just because I wanted that juxtaposition for the eye. That's the only reason. Wednesday, we have a nail polish. Everybody knows Wednesday is nail night at my house, or it has been. I tell you what, there has been nothing that has been regular at my house. I can't get much put on a schedule these days because things are so crazy, but right here, I know I need to clean makeup brushes. I've needed to do that for quite some time, for too long. And here's nail night. For that, we've got something scheduled here. We've got something scheduled here. This whole day is pretty much taken up. I do have my brain dump already done. I did that while I was traveling yesterday, and so I know what needs to go where. Then over here on the weekend, I actually added 2 rows of my dotted washi, one above the other. Then I went in the middle and I put this kind of fish scale color green, and I cut them in the little inverted tails right here, and then I put the weekend sticker right over that. I love this, and I thought that really kind of popped it out. You know, I like to do that. And then I went down here and I put my the wider washi that has the dots on it. And then in this little section, this is where my planner section is. I do that normally on Sunday afternoons. This little circular sticker, I love using those. That's from A Heartfelt Life also. However, it is not from the Blooms collection. She has those in several different colorations, and I use those a lot. I think it's nice in the different areas, the top, the middle, or the bottom area, because we get so much square and rectangular stuff going on. I love being able to use these circles. It breaks the eye up. It gives a nice change. It's great to layer and to use with different things. So I pulled that out and I used that. And then I used a planner, actually, from Vintage Gypsy Rose. No, Vintage Gypsy Road. Vintage Gypsy Road. And the green color I thought pulled in just really well. So I used that there. This is also on the Blooms set from A Heartfelt Life, as is this. It says enjoy the little things. So I just thought this was a nice break again for the eye. Across here I went again in and I put the washi with the circles. One row of it. On top of that, I cut the little long banner out of the green again. And then I put down here these, just like one little hexagon that matched the column color of each one of the days, because I want to get to use this for notes. You know, I told you before that that was the only thing that I wasn't sure I liked about the big washi down here is you lost a lot of space that you could write in. And I knew that this week, because I did my brain dump yesterday, I know this week is chock full of stuff. So I wanted to be able to make some notes down here, possibly reminders for the next day. So I wanted that area available. Over here, I just use this for, again, some notes, again, some things maybe that need to go on to-dos for the next week, or things that I want to purchase, or this is just kind of a miscellaneous area for me, but I also want it to look cute also. So I kind of broke that up. Here's a full box from the Bloom line. Here's an asterisk, so that'll just be something that I want to give some attention. And then this little flower, I can also make note of some things underneath that. So I think this week I have a totally functional layout that is pleasing to the eye and that will give me a lot of nice space to fill out and write things on. So at the end of the week, we'll see how that worked for me. Okay? I hope it worked for you insofar as maybe seeing how I did it and the set that I did it with. So again, hope it was helpful to you. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. We would love to have you as part of our YouTube family. Is there anything else I should say? Yeah, here's what I should say. To all of you people who are a part of our YouTube family, I hope you know how much you are appreciated. I totally appreciate the time you spend watching the videos. Time's something you can never get back, and if you spend it with us, I appreciate it very much. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.